Am I starting to look tired? Don't answer that. Once I got home from the advisor retreat, I had exactly 3 days to prepare for my 4-day retreat that was coming up and then host it. So I'm averaging about 5 hours of sleep a night right now, which is not enough for me. It's got to be another short episode. Last week on the Lazy Scrapbooker's next big project, I attended an advisor retreat just outside of Chicago and had a great time. And I completed 43 album pages. Yeah, I was surprised by that too. After a fun 4 days, I came home and immediately did this to my basement. I taught a power layout class on Zoom and prepared 14 more pages for my power layout box. And I spent 3 very long days preparing to host my own 4-day retreat. What I did not do was get enough sleep. Hi, I'm Donna Guest, the Lazy Scrapbooker. Thanks for joining me as I plan, organize, and create a pair of albums to celebrate my husband and son's 15-day road trip, their baseball blowout. It's 6:45 a.m. and 43 degrees, and I'm heading out of the driveway for my retreat. It's a 2-hour drive into North Carolina, and I watch the sun come up on the way. I rent a beautiful 6-bedroom house in the mountains where I host a 4-day retreat for 16 ladies. I had 3 team members and my sister Lori meeting me there early to help set up, which we did in record time. So I had hoped to give you a day-by-day account of my retreat, what all was going on, show you what I was doing and all the pages I was creating. That was a little ambitious though. Running a 4-day retreat for 16 ladies, that took a lot of work and it took a lot of time. It was great fun. They were a wonderful group. But of course, I didn't have a lot of time to scrapbook. And I knew that. Deep down, I knew I wouldn't. But I was still ambitious. The view from our craft room of the mountains is just beautiful. It's a perfect place to enjoy the company of friends while scrapbooking. I've already found one problem that I created. In my haste in getting ready for this retreat, following the advisor retreat, I didn't follow my own instructions. I did such a great job at the advisor retreat by making post-it notes on things that I did not have with me that I could go back and do at home. And there are several, as you can see, over and over. Different punches I need, different ABCs I might want to use. But what did I not bring with me to the retreat I'm hosting? Any of that. I didn't bring the ABCs I needed. I didn't bring the specific punches, or I didn't pre-punch them. So I'm basically just transporting some of these pages back and forth for no reason at all. The retreat is going great. I am super tired. I've had 15 hours of sleep in the last 3 nights, so I'm going to have to take Monday and just sleep a long time. But it's so fun, and these ladies are wonderful, and they are getting a ton of pages done. We're having lots of fun. I've taught 4 classes, and we do all the fun things. We've had game night, a stretchy pants contest, and now I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes working on my album, I think, before I go make dinner. I haven't scrapbooked 1 page yet, and it's Saturday afternoon. And then I'm going to go make dinner at 4:30, and I'm making shrimp and pork fried rice. I am 2 days and 3 hours into this retreat, and I just did my first page. This is a kind of different take on the block layout. I don't know if I recommend it. Going around this corner right here was not a really quick way to measure and cut, but I did like that it was a continuous piece of cardstock. I made this adorable beer border and put some solar yellow cardstock cut behind it. Now, what am I going to do about the foam? I could leave it white on this white page, but that's no fun. So I could cut some kind of off-white cardstock. I tried a shimmer pen, but that wasn't great. You can't really tell I did anything. So my team member Vicky gave me a great idea that I'm going to try. It's outside the box, but I've got to go to my toiletry bag first to get it. So I'm going to start with the adhesive pen. Okay, just a little glue in there. And tear just a little bit off of this, and I'm trying to do this without propping my phone on something, so it's kind of difficult. Oh, let's see. I gotta say, I don't hate it. It's actually kind of cute. Let me see how the whole border looks. And if I don't like it, then it's going to be interesting getting this off. Okay. That is actually really kind of cute. It's very weird, I understand. Now, if I were going to do it again, I would put something behind the border so that that really stands out, because I think it's a little bit lost with the white background. But that ship has sailed. I've done it. It's down. But this was kind of a clever little idea, and never have I ever put a cotton ball in my album. Would have never in a million years thought to do that, but this is so cute. So the question is it photo safe? I don't know. I really don't care. It's not next to my photo. Our pages are buffered, so it protects photos from things around it that are not photo safe. And again, if I were doing 100-year-old photos, no, I wouldn't put the cotton on the page. But for this, I don't care. It looks cute. I love this page. I use peekaboo pockets all the time, and I use them with a tab punch, but I hardly ever use 6x12 peekaboo pockets. So when you need to extend your page and add so many pictures, check it out. And I really have to say I love how I did this. This is the memorabilia I showed in one of the episodes. That's a scorecard, a good old-fashioned scorecard. So I just found cardstock, which is our color blue, that matched that as close as I could, and extended that throughout the page, and then extended it through this peekaboo pocket, the 6x12 sheet I have in there. So that's pretty cool. And I was able to really show a lot of the scorecard and fit all these photos on the page. I'm now starting to scrapbook day 6 of the 15-day trip. I was so careful to count the letters in Braves Stadium to do my best to center this. And then 4 letters in, I realized this isn't Braves Stadium. It's Braves Field. And I've put stadium, not field. There, much better. And I used the negative pieces from my banner border maker cartridge to fill in the empty space. However, once I created the page, my journaling wasn't the size I needed it to be, so I'll need to reprint that. Reprinted, and now it's perfect. This was such an easy 2-page layout to do because I had so few pictures, just 5 photos, some journaling, and a brochure. So I've got the brochure pocket ready to go. But you know what this needs? The one thing I kept forgetting to use over and over. Circles. I think I'm a little late to this party, but I love using the cyclic circle border maker cartridge, and I just wove a 1/2 inch by 12 inch strip through it. Circles just make everything better. I love this. And I went ahead and put on my page protector over here so I could attach the brochure pocket. And I'm doing this without an overhead camera, so I wasn't able to show you how I attach that. But it's so easy. You just peel off the backing and then smooth it on to your page protector. And then I smoothed out the bubbles. I had a couple of bubbles in it, and it makes a fun noise when you smooth that out. But this looks really cool. And then I can, without taking off a page protector, take out the brochure. It's still intact. And then put it back in there. Now this is a 12x4 brochure pocket. It's a great width, but it is a bit tall. But you know what? You can't tell. That is the brochure pocket going up right there. It's over the circle. It goes right through that journaling box, but you really don't notice it. My next page is on the granary burying ground, and then I come here. I've got several photos. I'm going to use a peekaboo pocket, and then I found this one that was going to be tucked underneath. This isn't the granary. This is the street right outside of JFK's birthplace, which goes over here. So while I was all excited about having just 5 photos and a brochure, I've got this. What do I do with this? This is what we did with it. So I just trimmed the photo, and I made sure it was the width of this one up here that is matted. And then I moved this one up, so I have a nice 1/2 inch border all around. And then I moved the circle down. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know how important this picture was, but I wanted to include it. It's very pretty. I just encountered that other half of the brick paper that I had saved. I used it so sparingly before, and I saved and said, use rest on day 6 lunch. So here I am with the day 6 lunch, and I've paired it with this paper from Vintage Chic that is purple, and it goes well with the shirt I'm wearing and the interior of the restaurant. And this brick, it kind of goes with that one picture there, but that's it. I don't think this looks good together. I don't think those go together. This is warm and cool or something. Even I don't like it, and I'm not even picky, so I think I'm going to use this for something else and just maybe matte these with white or white shimmer. I just removed a staple from this key card with a multi-tool. Is there anything a multi-tool can't do?
Sunday, the final day of the retreat. 697 scrapbook pages completed, 11 albums finished, an undisclosed amount of snacks eaten, and no time to make any fun video. The next day, across the many piles in my messy basement, I could see Jeff looking at my new pages for the album.
So, all things considered, I'm pretty pleased with how much I was able to accomplish. I had 3 days to get ready for the retreat, and thank goodness I still had some power layout done. And I got even more prepared because I taught a power layout class. And hosting the retreat for 4 days, I stayed busy the entire time, got very little sleep, but I stayed up late on Saturday and got some scrapbooking done. So I am so pleased that I came home with 15 completed pages. It's better than 0. So now I am jumping from one event to another. Actually, it's more like pinballing from one event to another. I've done the advisor retreat, then hosting my 4-day retreat, got home late on Sunday, had to recuperate a little bit Monday, but then got right back to work that afternoon. And now I'm planning for my 2-day National Scrapbook Day, which is Saturday and Sunday. Today's Thursday, so I got a day and a half to finish preparing for that. So I have 42 ladies coming over the weekend. It's at a hotel, and I've got lots to do. So I'm putting the brakes on this project for the week. I really haven't been able to do anything on it since I got back from the retreat, but next week I'm going to have some time. I need to set aside some time just to work on the project and have fun scrapbooking. I'll need to come through on that promise and get some more pages done to show you next week. Thanks again for watching another episode. I'm so glad you're here along for this ride for another big project. See you next week.